Yo, what's going on, my YouTuber fans right across the world? Hope you're having a kick-ass day and thinking about who shot JFK from my last video segment. Today's video is just going to be bringing you an update on all the charity work and some things I have around, some plants that I come around for the Gippsland area of Lakes Entrance Country, Victoria. Yesterday was a great day. We had a meeting with LEADER, which, if you don't know and you're watching the show Global, LEADER is an organisation that helps the community to become bigger, stronger and more successful over the period of time. We had a great meeting yesterday. I think about 21, 22 showed up, which is just fantastic for a small country town here in Lakes Entrance. And again, if you're wanting to do charity work, I can't stress that enough. Get on board, and if you think you can't do it, there's always people willing to help you and train you and teach you how to learn and get good communication skills. Moving along, we had a meeting discussing about ways on how to make LEADER bigger, stronger, louder and faster, which was all great. Now, I had a brainstorm that myself, which I thought to myself, well, how do we promote Lakes Entrance? How do we become faster? How do we become more successful? How do we increase tourism? And I thought to myself, well, people are coming up with these great ideas of the small airport, getting that up and running, and more buses and more transport into the like a community. And I thought, transport, what a good idea. And I had a thought about the community and the lands and the seas and various bits and pieces. And then I watched the Titanic 2 nights before we had the meeting. And I said to Shane Kent, who people of the Lakes Entrance community well know who he is. If not, you can just find him, and he's a top bloke, and he'll take you under your wing and train you in various bits and pieces like that if you're wanting to join LEADER. Okay. I thought to myself when the meeting was on, these are all good and positive ideas that are coming through, but it's just not quite hit the hole in one mark, taking you through the metaphor. Then I thought to myself, what if we could get boating people from boats coming in from other countries and boats coming in from interstate and various bits and pieces into our small community? What if there was to be a shipping industry in Lakes Entrance where it can actually promote tourism into our small country town? What if we can get a small establishment like they do in Sydney, where they get from ships from point A to point B and so on and so forth? What if we were to start focusing more on the water? How would we then make a profit from the water? How do we get people from New Zealand to come across to Australia? How do we get people from South Africa, people to cross from Australia? How do we get people from China to Australia and Russia and so on and so forth, and even places like Brazil and India and places just like that from all over the world coming into our small public town of Lakes Entrance? And then the answer hit me, what if people can come from their countries into our small community known as Lakes Entrance? And what better way to have it right here in Lakes Entrance, or just close by to Lakes Entrance, where people can actually jump on the ships and jump from the ships and go from China, go from New Zealand, go from India, places like that to Lakes Entrance, where they can go from their country and we can go to their country. What if the shipping industry could get better, which would actually help and benefit our small community by getting people from point A into point B faster, rather than land rather than on sea as well as land. That's my that was my hit. That was my revelation, not to be as big as the Titanic, but just doing it from smaller capacities and getting people from point A and to point B and making it faster and more successful. So that's my idea, and you can have, I guess, in chartered things where you can pay, where people pay to come and stay in our small community, and we can come and pay in this as part of the overall package of the tourist industry. So if somebody's coming from New Zealand to Lakes Entrance, they'll pay the people from Lakes Entrance money to stay in our small country town, and then once the expired trip's up, they can just go home, go back to New Zealand and tell everybody on how wonderful the community of Lakes Entrance is, and so on and so forth. It can even be, for example, from places like Perth, or from Melbourne, or from Sydney, or from Darwin, or from State, where State can come and visit us in a small country town by boat. By boat, for example, working off the charters and various bits and pieces, you see. So with that being said, that's my idea, is to try and work on public transportation by getting from point A, from point B, from all over the world to Lakes Entrance, and from Lakes Entrance to all over the world, etc, etc. So that was my idea that I represented to Lita. The reason why I'm making this short video is because I don't want people to steal this idea, to say it's theirs when it's not, it is mine. So I'm putting it out there, and hopefully you people from YouTube can watch it and see, and it'll be documented proof that this was my idea, and hopefully it happens within our small community. A bit like what Sydney has done with its fishing industry, and how that's helped Sydney grow tremendously, a class above the rest. So that's sort of what I'm hoping to be in this small country town of Lakes Entrance. We've got everything there. Now it's time to reckon in even more benefits. So that's sort of my hopes and dreams, and I hope people watch this and get on board. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't do anything stupid, and I hope you are kicking ass in your day-to-day goals, and whenever you doubt, always ask if it's for the highest good or fall. Peace.